Y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody, what's up? It is Tuesday. I made it again. Oh, snap. She made it again on live. What we doing out here? Hey, Lanika. Hey, Dora. Look, y'all, I made it. I think this is what, week 4 or week 5 in a row? I'm doing good, okay? Look what the Lord has done, because your girl. But we consistent out here in these streets. Hey to anybody who do not know me that's joining this live or catching the replay. First of all, hashtag replay me so I can see that you here. So I can say, hey, what's up? How you doing? Hey, Sarah. My name is Kimberly Dedine, rhymes with divine. I am an author. I am the CEO of Pure Chemistry, where we are the missing element to your luxury aromatic experience. That means we hand pour specialized candles for businesses and homes around the world. Listen, we creating vibes, basically. Okay, in a nutshell, we creating vibes. We have a limited edition candle, a Care Bear candle. It is up for pre-sale a 2-day, so you can drop dagnabbit. I forgot to put grab the link so I can drop it in here, but I will drop it on the replay. If you want to get access to that. It's so cute. You need it. You need it. It's one of those fragrances where it's not just holiday, but it just smells like home. It just smells like your house. So it's not only just for the holiday season. It's for every occasion, okay? Because every occasion you need some type of aromatic experience, okay? Take your life to the next level. Get these candles is what I'm saying, okay? And so I wanted to come on here today. I'm going to try not to bang on this table and make a lot of noise. I'm going to try to keep it right up in her. But I just wanted to come on today and talk about, what did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about starting over, starting from the beginning, going back to the beginning. I realized that that's kind of what I've been walking through. I would say over the past month or so. And sometimes we go through stuff and we like, dang, I got to start all over again. Yeah, sometimes you got to start all over again, but it's all right though. It's all right. When you start from the beginning, you can start picking up more and more things along the way that you missed the first time. So taking your time to go back to the beginning is very necessary. So things I wanted to talk about starting over, going back to the beginning. Hey, Eb, what's up, girl? I made it. Girl, I made it another week. I'm out here. I'm outside. It's legit. And I got a time on there. Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? I don't know if y'all caught the first few videos. I was hesitant. I was like, Kim, you're not going to put a time on there. You're just going to get on and show up, because as soon as you put a time, you start tripping. But look who showed up again. So I'm gradually building myself up. Okay, baby steps, but we making it. I'm determined. So talking about going back to the beginning, starting over, something that my coach was talking about, and it stuck out. Man, it stuck out to me. It stuck out to everybody else. And we was like, wait a minute. This is legit. So something that she said was that you have to trust yourself and feel safe within you first before you can become a safe place for other people. I'm going to end the live. All right, y'all, have a good night. May the Lord watch between me and thee. I'm going to just go ahead and, game changer. And so when she said that, that made me start questioning, do I feel safe with me? Do I feel secure within myself? I was about to exit, because that was a heavy hitter, like to the chest. And I was like, well, dang. Do I feel safe with myself? Do I know what I like? Does Kim know what Kim likes? Can Kim make a decision for herself to say, yes, this is what Kim wants to do? No, Kim doesn't want to do that. No, Kim, that's not going to work out for Kim. I see that it's doing well for you, though. I support you. But does this work out for Kim? And so it made me start questioning things regarding myself in a good way. And the crazy thing is that before I came into who I am today, right? And into this person you see here with the yellow glasses, the headband, I would have been like, why would I question myself? Why would I ask myself those questions? That's wild. That's wild. Why would I feel like I should ask myself those questions? But now having a new understanding and growing and learning and even God stretching me, yeah, it makes so much sense that I need to stop and ask those questions. So, do you feel safe within yourself? Can you allow yourself to cry, even in those moments where you don't want to cry in front of other people? And you don't want to cry in front of other people because you don't want them to think that you're soft. You don't want them to think that you're a punk. You don't want them to think that they have an effect on you because you're crying. In all actuality, crying in front of other people, maybe Kim just needs to feel that release in that moment. And so I don't care what nobody got to say. I don't care what nobody think. I don't care how nobody gonna look at me. But in that moment, for Kim to feel safe, I just need to release this emotion, this thing out of my body so I can cleanse it out and then I can go deeper. Do you feel safe with yourself? Do you trust yourself with you? Y'all, I'm telling you, these are the questions that I was asking myself. Like, okay, I really need to dig deep, and do I trust myself with me? And you know what? When I asked myself that, I really didn't. I did halfway. I was halfway in. I was halfway out. I was double dutching, waiting for my turn to jump in. And you know how you get the two ropes and you be like, oh, nope, not yet. All right. I'm going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Yes, Dora, I was legit wrestling with myself. I was legit wrestling with myself to the point where I got tired. I got tired of wrestling with myself. That don't make sense. Do you want to do this? Do you not want to do this? Do you want to show up for yourself? Do you not want to show up for yourself? Do you want to bet on you? Do you not want to bet on you? And it was something that, yeah, I had to go through the process and go through that wrestling, but I had to sit in it. I couldn't avoid it. I had to sit in it. And when I tell you, when you sit in that and you start asking yourself those questions as you sit in that moment, man, I'm telling you, you start to feel so much better on the other side. When you start to be like, okay, self-check-in. What's this? What's this emotion that I'm feeling? Why am I feeling this? But do we feel safe though as we're feeling this emotion? Okay, we feel safe. Check. Okay, so what is the thing that needs to be addressed in this moment? Okay, what decision do I need to make? Is there a decision that I have to make? Like, really go deep and go back to the beginning as if you're rebuilding yourself all over again. You're rebuilding your foundation from the ground up. And I'm telling you, when you start to break down all the old stuff that you knew, everything that you learned, you receive it, you process it, but you go back to the beginning and start to take the bits and pieces you're supposed to have and put it in place so you can stand on business. That's the new lingo. Y'all, I'm really an old lady at heart. I don't know none of this stuff. But my friend, shout out to my girl Jasmine Deshay. She told me about the new phrase. We standing on business all 2024, Kim. So are you really standing on business? Or are you only standing on one foot on the foolishness? You're not standing with both feet. Go back to the beginning. Break stuff down that you need to break down. Ask yourself the hard questions so you can get the answers that you need, so you know how you operate. Again, you know what you want to do and what you don't want to do. You know what makes you happy. You know what makes your heart smile. You know what creates joy for you on the inside. So you can start to see those things in real life instead of trying to just go through the motions and figure it out as you go. Nah, take some time to really break stuff down so you can rebuild and start over, but so you can build on a solid foundation. Solid foundation, right? So as you break stuff down, you go to the beginning, you start over. Ask yourself, do you trust yourself? As you begin to trust yourself, then you want to ask yourself, okay, I trust myself, but do I trust this process that I'm going through, that I'm going to get the end result that I'm looking for? Or the end result may not be what you're looking for, but is it going to be better than what your results would have been if you didn't sit down and do the work that you were supposed to do? Do you trust the process? Do you have enough faith to know that God gonna come in and swoop in when he's supposed to, where he's supposed to, how he's supposed to, on his time? Do you have enough faith to know that God got you covered in your journey, in your process, to get you to the next level you're supposed to be? Do you trust the process? Do you have enough faith? Again, that's something I had to ask myself, because I thought I was out here. Ooh, and I was having a conversation with my girl, Katrina. Shout out to my girl, Katrina. We was talking, and we always talk about crazy faith. And she be like, friend, you had a lot of crazy faith moments throughout this last year. And I'm like, I know, but I'm tired. I'm tired of the crazy faith. Like, do you know how exhausting that is? Sometimes you like, yeah, God gonna do it. Woo, 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 woo. Bruh, can I go back to mustard seed for just a little bit? Because sometimes I feel like I'm just hanging on. I don't really know. Y'all let me know in the comments. Am I by myself? Because that's a lot of energy to be having all the time. Crazy faith, crazy faith, crazy faith. I'm only being real. I'm only being transparent. I'm only being human. I can only be me. Sometimes it gets exhausting. But we had a revelation, and God was like, yo, you don't have to. I'm not asking you to have crazy faith all the time. When crazy faith seems like it's a bit too much for you to bear, which we're supposed to cast our cares onto him, right? But when it seems like crazy faith is just a little too much, you still can go back to childlike faith. What? You can still go back to childlike faith. As long as you got faith, that's all that matters. I was like, what? That's why God is God, because he's a genius. He's a genius. I was like, let me go rest in the Lord. Listen, let me go rest in the Lord so I can renew my strength. Lord, be my shepherd. I shall not want. I need to lay down beside the green pastures in the still waters, because your sister's tired. Your girl is tired, okay? And so when he said you don't always have to have crazy faith, you can go back to child faith, I was like, bad, you should have told me that a while ago. I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready to receive it. But I was like, you should have told me that a long time ago. Because I'm over here thinking, okay, keep the hype up, keep the hype up, keep the hype up. You don't have to. You don't have to. You ain't got to perform. We don't have to perform for God to show up in our lives. For what? God show. Okay. All right. Special announcement, right? Catch this. We don't have to tick off a checklist. We don't have to perform. We don't have to do all the duties. We don't have to go out here and scrap, scrounge, hustle and flow. Whoop that. No, we ain't got to do none of that for God to show up for us. What? We ain't got to do none of that for God to show up for us and do what he wants to do in our lives. We ain't got to turn no tricks. We ain't got to go out here and put on a ball gown and stand by the fireplace with my foot up and praising the Lord at the... No, ain't nobody got to do all that. God's still gonna show up for me in a bonnet, in my drawers. Let's just be real, in my drawers, sitting on the couch, journaling, as if he would if I was in a ball gown, standing next to a fireplace. Let's be real. We don't have to do all of the things in order for God to show up and do what he want to do in our lives. We are his kids. God made us a promise. He gonna do what he do, period. So I got to a point where I was going through and trying to, okay, I got to do this. And then God gonna show up for me. He was like, nah, sis, I'm just gonna go ahead and do all that and tire yourself out. Why are you doing all that extra? I didn't ask you to do all that extra. Didn't I tell you to be still, matter of fact? Didn't I tell you to be still, matter of fact? And when you be still and let me know that you know I'm your God, I'm going to go over here and show you that actually your answer was right in front of you. I'm actually show you that what you've been praying for and asking for is in your journals. I'm going to show you and send somebody to have a conversation with you so easy and nonchalant like, and you get your answer. You just got to be still. Ain't nobody ask you to do all that. Stop performing. You ain't got to turn tricks for God. He ain't no pimp. And I am not a hoe. Oh, I said it. I said it. We ain't whores. We don't have to turn tricks. Respectfully. But I'm not one. I'm just saying, whatever. Take that how you will, okay? And then after we trust the process, you set boundaries. And I've been sitting in me setting boundaries for myself. This has always been something that's been very interesting for me because I always am that person that try to go and do for other people and fix. And, well, let me help you. Well, oh, you need help here. Let me go ahead and slide in my... And God has been like, pump your brakes, sis. Because I still got all this stuff for you to do. I need you to save your energy so you can do what it is that I want you to do. And then when I tell you to go out here and do all these other things for other people, then I'll let you know. But in the meantime, fall back, set your boundaries, and don't allow people to cross over them. Whatever that looks like for you to have boundaries, for you to have peace in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, and in your house. You stand on business and create that boundaries and don't let nobody cross over. If I just rid it myself, is rid it the word? It's going to be one today. If I just rid it myself of confusion and I did the work to get healed from confusion and to step out, and then we got another person that's coming to try to connect with me and they have confusion going on. I'm sorry. I love you, but I can't do it right now because I already know what I was susceptible to, and I just dealt with that, and I can't afford to go back right now. I love you. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray and ask God what he want me to do, but Kim cannot put myself in that situation right now. I can't do it. Now, it might be an assignment for me to do, then I will understand, but initially, I can't do it. I can't. And that's my boundary. And that's okay. That's okay. No matter how much you love it. It could be your sister. My sister on here, so I can talk about her. It could be your sister. If she asking me to do something and I'm like, nah, that really don't match up with what I'm working on right now. Maybe we can come back and revisit, but right now, I can't do it. I can't jeopardize what I have in front of me working on for and get out of alignment to take a detour to help you with something that I'm not really supposed to be doing right now. I can't do it. Set your boundaries. It's okay. It's okay to tell people no. It don't matter. It don't matter who it is. It don't matter if it's your mama or your daddy. Oh, that's one right there. I'll absolutely love my parents, and my parents will do anything for me. But at the end of the day, if it's something that God is telling me to do and that I cannot allow at the moment, then unfortunately, But fortunately, I have to tell my parents no right now because that's not what I'm supposed to do. And I think us being children that love our parents so much, it's hard to tell our parents no when it comes to stuff. Because, I mean, we look at them as our parents, but at the end of the day, you got to get this no too. Sorry, not sorry. You got to get this no too. So it doesn't matter who it is. If you're supposed to set a boundary for yourself, don't allow those people to cross your boundaries and mess up the things that you're working on. Because we got to get to the next level. And Kim can't afford to sacrifice anymore. I've sacrificed so much, and I know I should have been further along. But God is a redeemer of time. His grace and mercy is sufficient for me, and I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. All things work together for good. We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. He gonna flip this thing around. So, I think that's all I had today. I just wanted to come and talk about starting over and going back to the beginning, going back to the basics, knowing, just know that, you know, if you feel like you're going back to the basics, you're going back to the beginning, it's okay. But you are smarter now than you were before. And you know the mistakes you made before, you're not going to make them this time. And if you make them this time, then look, I don't know what to tell you. Because you should have learned the first time. Let's just be real. But you're going to be all right. Go ahead and start over. Go ahead and start over. Go back to the beginning. Start to chip away. Yes, he going to spin the block for us. I'm going to be all right. Yes, we all going to be all right. And 2024 ain't ready. 2024 ain't ready for me. You hear me? Ain't ready for you. If you doing your work, you doing what you supposed to do, that ain't ready. They ain't ready. They ain't ready. We coming out swinging. We ready. Where Dora at? We ready. I got Lanique on here. We ready. And Eb on here too. For y'all. Where the fire? Drop some fire. We ready. I can't dance. We ready. I look like I can dance when I'm sitting down, but when I stand up, I can't do it. My top and my bottom don't match. Okay, I'm gonna get up off of here. I've been on here almost 25 minutes. I don't want to go over 25 minutes. There go the fire. Let's go. They not ready for us, y'all. We about to cut up. We about to cut up. Don't be mad. Don't be mad when you see Kim out here in these streets. I'm spitting, but that's how serious it is. It is. That's how serious. I'm coming for everything I'm supposed to have. Everything. Don't ask me no questions. I already told you. Don't be mad. Everybody got choices. Choose ye this day what you gonna do. Because as for Kim and her house, we gonna do what we supposed to do so we can get to where we going. Okay. All right. I love y'all. I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link for the holiday. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. Don't be mad, bro. Don't. Look, we tried to tell them. Y'all better get on this train before it get gone. Because I'm not, when we hit, I'm not slowing down. Unless God tell me to slow down, I'm not slowing down. So get on board. I love y'all. I'm going to drop the link once I post the replay for this live. Grab the candle. Grab the limited edition Care Bear candle. Again, it's called Holiday-ish. It smells like holiday time, but again, it's a year-round candle. Smells like home. Smells nice, and oh, you just gotta smell it. You gotta get it. All gas, no brakes. Y'all have been warned. On that note, y'all have a good night. I will see y'all next week on next week's Tuesday Nightlight. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Lord, I done put a time on it, so it's real. It's real. I love y'all. Bye.